COVID. Perfect.
Okay, guys, we are here. What's the name of this band? Is it Motley Crue?
Sure, yeah.
Motley Crue. So Heather and I are here. We're here at Great Lakes Dragway in Union Grove, Wisconsin. And we just, what is the name of the band? Youth Sonic? I can't fucking remember.
DAG, the
Gravity of Youth. I don't
on.
remember.
This is
This
what
name's
people
so
pay
long.
you for.
Why you guys got to make it so difficult? No, you don't spread it. What are you doing? That's not how you move the thing. All of a sudden, he's now Brian's the camera guy.
Yeah.
We
The
had
sound guy is the camera guy.
We had an absolute wonderful time tonight with you guys. So let's go through this. What's your name at the end?
I'm Heather.
Oh, we knew that already. No, I'm kidding. Well, no, you got to give him the mic, or they're not going to hear him.
My name's Spencer. I play the keyboards for the group.
Talk into the mic like you're singing.
My name's Emily. I sing.
Here, you can.
I'll go both. My name's Connor Spirak, and I am the drummer for the band.
All right, so I was telling your dad, I want to tell you this guy, tell you guys this, because this is kind of a cool story. So when I was a kid, my brother and I, who owns my drum shop we were talking about, he's 3.5 years younger than me, so he was like, him and I, when we were kids, we were going out with our dad's band, and it was a drummer and a keyboard player. And they were called the Smith Brothers, and they did all these comedy skits and all this stuff, but they did the same thing. So when I got here, I anticipated there was a guitar player, there was a bass player, and here you guys blew us away. We got here, and Heather took me out back, and she goes, I want to go home. I hate you. I don't want to be here. These kids don't look like their collective ages look like they're 9 years old.
It wasn't even the kids. It was more of we played at this club, and it was more professional and this. It ended up being the most.
She was crying.
I was
outside.
crying outside.
I swear to God,
she
she was crying outside.
I got emotional. I said, this has been the best experience of like promoting bands that need to get their names out there. It was emotional for me, and to take a venue that is just like building themselves up, and then taking a band that's building themselves up and allowing us to bring that out for everybody to see. I got super like mom emotional.
She was crying.
I was crying.
She needed a hug because you guys played ELO.
You don't even know. How do you
your head
know
around that?
How do you know who ELO is? You're not even old enough. Like,
and when you ask a question, you're going to have to at least put the mic in front of their mouth so they can answer, because nobody's going to hear them.
Do you know what ELO stands for?
Oh yeah, Electric Light Orchestra.
And how? Okay, so let's go through this. What's your name?
Spencer.
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 Does it have a last name, Madonna, or what do you got
Spiewak,
going on
yeah,
here?
Spencer Spiewak.
And you're how old?
23. I'm the grandpa of the group.
20. You are the old man of the group. And Emily?
Yeah. I'm 20.
You're 20.
Mm-hmm.
And how long you been singing?
Since I could talk, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
So like a year? I mean, did you have a? Well, I don't understand.
No, I just ever since I was little, my mom and my grandma really loved Elvis and rock and roll. My dad is the one that introduced me to ELO, then Lizzie.
God, I love when young people are into this great old rock and roll.
Yeah, I would just sing. So,
and it's amazing. So now, how did you get in at 23 years old? I mean, you know what kids are listening to these days, right?
Yep, I do.
How do you have this fascination for this older school music?
Well, I'll tell you what, coming up, so my parents they kind of put that out to us, and so the new music of our, childhood was this music, and so Zeppelin, Van Halen, Styx, Journey, all this stuff, we were hearing it like it was, brand new for the very first time, and so when I was going to, kindergarten, first grade classes, here I was hooked on this classic rock stuff when everybody else was hooked on, the early
Eminem.
2000s. Yeah, right. And so I'm like, have you guys heard of this group? And they go, no,
I never. What's a Ted Nugent?
Yeah, right.
I took a Ted Nugent this morning. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, Ted. I love you. Big Ted Nugent fan. Calm down, Uncle Ted.
But my parents they brought me and Con both up on that stuff, and Em kind of had the same thing, and so it's always fascinated me, just the lyric writing and the musical melodies that these guys put out. I mean, this is timeless music, and it's arguably more relevant today than it's ever been.
It is.
With stuff that,
it is. My kids are in their 30s, and they grew up, obviously with a musical father, and
right.
and in a recording studio that I had at my house all the time. So they're into the same kind of music, and they had the same kind of, Yeah, same kind of upbringing. But there is something to really appreciate about people who play real instruments and sit down.
It's all about press and play now.
Yeah, it really is. But I got to tell you, I was floored. So let me ask you. So you're 17 years old.
Oh my God. You're fine.
You beat those skins. Give me that mic. I want to talk to this kid for a second. That goddamn mic. It's Khan. Apparently, we just call him Khan.
My name is Connor Spiewak. I'm the younger brother of Spencer Spiewak. And I'm
you
17,
guys are
yeah.
brothers?
Yeah. Me and Spencer are brothers.
Oh, no shit. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. I just learned that. I learn something new every day. Don't everybody get so
We all do,
quiet
we all
like
do.
this is a big surprise. I'm stupid. Everybody knows this already. So you're 17 years old. How'd you learn to? I mean, you're really a hell of a drummer.
Thank you.
I can't wait to tell my brother about you and show him this video. Honest to God. My brother's a phenomenal drummer, but he's 804 years old now. At 17 years old, you're kicking it, brother. Yeah. And you're playing. Tell us about that kit you're playing.
So the drum set that I'm playing is a Roland TD50K. I had expanded on a little bit from the original.
Oh, here we go. Look at here we go.
This is the drum spill. You asked me the question.
I know I did.
So long story short, I'll keep it the brief version.
It works at a 4.293 hertz, and it has a millisecond, 1.4 gigabytes of milliseconds.
So the way it actually worked
Delay.
out is I had gotten the TD50K for Christmas about 4 years ago from my parents. Very thankful that I'd gotten that gift because without that, I don't think I'd be doing half of what I'm doing today. And actually, before I started
They're
playing
driving a
electronic-
2001 Hyundai now because of that fucking kit. What are you talking about?
Before, I'd actually hated the electric kit. I didn't like the way it sounded. And then there was one gig we had played. It was one of our first gigs that was in a big venue. My dad had suggested I bring it, and I did. And instantly, I fell in love with it. So ever since I've started playing with it, I've expanded on finding stuff on eBay, of course, and expanded on a lot of different parts and everything to where it is now. And over the course of quarantine, it's given me a lot of time to focus in on the sound and make it sound as real as possible. So everything that's on it is sounding big, real. It hits you in the stomach when you hit a certain drum. And that's exactly how I want it to be because I want it to be real. I don't want it to be just an electric kit. I want it to be an experience that people can enjoy, you know?
Well, I got to tell you, it was an experience, and I enjoyed it.
I'm glad.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for playing along, Con.
What I want to add to that is when we were recording tonight, and he would say, "Oh, we're doing ELO," and I remember like the piano and that electric whatever. I didn't even think of the drums, and I kept telling Dag in the headphones, "We're ignoring the drummer." There are great sequences of the drums in all of these songs. Let's not ignore the drummer. Walk back, get the drummer solo.
She yelled at me all night.
I did. So I hope
I think she's got a thing for you.
No, you are.
She's 12 years
You're
older
all
than your
so
mom.
cute.
Good luck with all this.
I can't believe how young all of you are. But I hope when you watch the video, when it comes to you, I'm in the headphones going, when you walk from the pianist to the lead singer, continue back to the drummer because it's just as important. Usually,
I don't know why you called him a penis. That wasn't very nice.
Did I
just
say it
wasn't
wrong?
very
I
nice.
said pianist. I
Yes.
said pianist.
Oh,
How
you
do
said
say it?
pianist. Oh.
Yeah,
I thought you said,
Dad,
go back over by that
come on.
penis and
Come on.
videotape that penis over there.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know.
These are children. These are children that were recording.
These aren't children anymore. They're playing in a club where everybody's drinking. Half of it. 2/3 of the fucking band ain't even old enough to be in here. It's game over now. They're grown-ups. So now, are you done talking about his penis?
I guess I am.
Or whatever,
my God.
whatever we had going on. All right, I don't know. She's slow. She's
Mom's
old.
here.
So now, so you grew up singing since you could speak a year ago.
Yeah.
You've been how long? When did you start playing keyboards?
It would have been second grade, and I didn't want to do it, man. I'm telling you right now, my dad said he told each of my brothers, you got to pick an instrument and you got to play it. And so
How many brothers do you have?
we got one more. He's in the middle. He plays bass. He's outstanding, but he just kind of fell off the passion for it, So I can't fault him. Everybody's got their
No,
own
not
strokes,
everybody wants to play.
But yeah, I hated every minute of the lessons, and then high school came around, had the opportunity to join a band, and the rest they say is history. You know, it kind of jumped right along.
Yeah, you are a hell of a keyboard player,
Well,
kid.
thank you. I appreciate
I mean, I really wasn't sure what to expect. You know, when I saw the young kids come in, I went, oh, fuck. Here we go. Here we go. I just drove 2 hours.
Well, we get that a lot, you know. And,
yeah.
We kind of have to, you know, because people see Gravity of Youth and they initially think like, oh, Christian rock band, you know, something like
Right.
that. We've gotten that, and you know, we get guys in the crowd. They're like, yeah, let's see what you got, you know, kids. And we get up through there for the first set, and we walk off stage, and people are like, you know, they jaw drop, and we say, well, you know, I say, just give it a chance, you know. That's what we say, you know. It doesn't look like much at first, but you know, just give those.
Let the experience sink in.
Yeah, let the
Well,
experience. Take
you
over.
know, here's the thing too. When you guys are putting these set lists together, choosing the music can't be really that easy.
Oh no. Yeah.
And
It's a
you know,
process.
and because a lot of these songs that you started playing, I'm like, what the hell are they going to do without the acoustic guitar? Where's this going to come from? You know, and I think back to my dad, but we're going back to the '70s. You know, and everybody was high on cocaine and drugs and booze, and so
Dad would
nobody
actually
really
go.
cared.
Dad goes, they're playing. Was it the Doobie Brothers?
Oh, Doobie
Yeah.
Brothers.
He goes, they're playing the Doobie Brothers.
It's just
love
so
this
remarkable
band.
to me that you guys are picking these songs that, you know, people our age, you know, like your dad, he's clearly 75, and Brian, who's 84, you know, that we grew up with. I mean, I'm the young one out of all of them. So, but we grew up with that music, and to hear you young guys playing this music, really, it kind of tugs at me. It's like, wow, this is really remarkable that you guys have this interest in this kind of music, and you do it so well, and it's crazy, man. You have a nice haircut. Who the hell do you think you are? Squirrel. So you guys are writing music now.
Yeah, so the ultimate goal, while we've been doing the covers for, it's just about 2.5 years now, the ultimate goal is to get an album together. And so between the three of us, we're all writers, and we want to kind of, you know, get to that. So we've been touring nonstop the past 2 years, just locally. We're going to back off just a little bit this year, so it's not going to be quite as much, but, you know, don't get me wrong, we'll still be out there. We're just going to be putting a little bit more emphasis in the studio, trying to get these originals out there, you know, what each of us is kind of thinking. And we want to ultimately expand on what was in the classic rock stuff and take bits and pieces of that and put it into our music that we're writing to kind of, I guess, you know, sway music back to this direction.
Well, it's those influences that are going to affect the way you write.
Right, right.
You know, and that's a remarkable thing. If it makes you pick up a guitar or play a real instrument and not sample everything, that's a wonderful thing.
You know, I just
that's
wanna
the
get
goal.
something out
I
there.
write all the time, and it's an arduous process to write, and then sometimes, boom, magic happens,
Yep.
and you get a song in like 3 minutes. You go, how the hell did that happen?
Yeah, and like I said, when we met Emily, it was just like that. We walked down in the studio, and I said, hey, you know, we should do an original. And she's like, oh, I got these lyrics laying around. And I said, well, what do you think of this riff? Something kind of funky. And, you know, like you say, magic just happens. It was like half an hour later, we had the bassist to it. And
How'd
it's
you
just
meet Emily?
Perfecting. Well, yeah, you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Are you guys dating?
No.
Why do you say it? You're like her. No. There's no way I'd date him.
I remember the story, actually.
Their grandparents actually came to a choir concert of mine when I was in high school
Oh, baby
as a senior.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What have I done? What have you gotten yourselves into?
And then I went over to my grandparents' house, and their grandparents were there, and they told me that their grandkids had a band, and they needed a singer, and he liked my voice, and
and
that's-
the rest is history.
Yep.
So how long you been with him?
2 years, yeah.
2 years. So how often you guys practice?
We're trying to get to like once a week, but it's so darn tough with, you know, I mean, she's in college still. Yeah. So she's in college still, riding that. You know, Con's in high school. And, you know, I'm working full-time now since I'm graduated. It's just really been kind of trying to coordinate those schedules. But, you know, we're trying to get it down to like a once-a-week sort of thing. We've been told that, you know, with, you know, what's coming out, you know, just the once-a-week thing, it's like, how are you doing that, you know? But I got to attribute it to kind of being on the same plane, you know? We all have that kind of love for that style of music, and it comes out, you know, when we're together.
Yeah, it's remarkable. You guys you really are, all three of you are really talented, and I want to come back, I mean, and see how this evolves, you know, because as you get older and, you know, things tighten up and and you become even more disciplined. And if you keep working together and you keep putting this in, this is a fucking cash cow. 3 fucking people, and dad's buying all the gear. You guys are, mom and dad, you guys are in. Yeah, well, no, you're gonna be you got to mow a lot of lawn. I'm certain. But no, I mean, it's really amazing, and it's really, really, really wonderful to me. We really, all joking aside, didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And when I saw the young kids come in, I was like, well, this should be interesting. But I have a lot of faith in this, and wow, you blew us away. And this is going to be on the dagshow.com, dagshow.com. And it's going to be on Facebook. We're going to put it up on Twitter. It'll be on Instagram. It'll be everywhere. We'll get it up there. It'll be on the dagshow.com tomorrow morning. And you guys can rip it. You can take it. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
And I want to see that you guys keep working hard like this because, man, I just met you, and I'm proud of you. I am really, really proud of you. You guys are really amazing. And you're a hell of a drummer. You give you another few years, Jesus. We're going to have you.
Everybody. I mean, I was blown away.
We can't hear you.
Well, no. This is my second concert of doing this. This is new to me. This is way
She's
out of my
never done anything
wheelhouse.
like this before.
And I just love music. My dad was a huge, who's the name of the band? What year was it? Can you name it in this tune? Yeah. Can you do all of that? So I'm 42, and I grew up with all of those. No, the Zeppelins and the ELO. And to be 20 or be
She's
17.
not 42.
I
She's
am.
68.
No, but to be that old and keep this going is amazing to me because there is not a lot of music today. Like my 19-year-old daughter, I don't want to listen to that music in 20 years. It is not. There's no real instruments. There's nothing. It's not timeless. And it's not classic. So I enjoyed myself. It was a phenomenal show. It blew me out of the house being here. Just let us know. Follow us on our page, and we will follow you guys because it was phenomenal. Honey, you did such a fantastic job with your vocals.
Yeah, I was going to say, without those vocals.
Oh, you got away from the tribute. To me, when you got away from the Journey and the ELO and the classics, and you brought, I still don't know the song that got me on the dance floor. I'm gonna watch the video, but there was 2 or 3 that made me stand up and go, "This is what I like to listen to, and this is what brings me back to me growing up."
Dizzy Gillespie,
Phenomenal.
1913.
No, I don't even know who that is. But no, Emily, phenomenal. It was phenomenal. So I appreciate it.
So real quick, I want to pass the mic along. What would be some advice you'd give young people, that want to get into music? But you got to put the mic by your mouth.
Yeah.
Maybe you've used the microphone before, or you're familiar with it, how they work.
On a given day. I would say stick with it. I hated just about every bit of lessons. I loved my teacher. She was my 2nd grade teacher. But I just...
Was she hot? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
No, but...
Don't do that to you. Just ignore it. Let it go over your head.
But, I'd just say stick with it. You're not going to like it at the time, but, when you come to the age when you can really appreciate it, you're going to thank your parents or whoever wanted to get you into that. Because it's a lifelong skill. With sports, your limbs are going to go at some point. But with an instrument, you can sit down and play that at any point in your life. So
that's pretty good. Let me hear from Emily. What would be your advice to young women like yourself?
I would say any sense of self-doubt that you have is wrong. And you should just go with your gut and what you love. Because I feel like we hold ourselves back more than anyone else. So...
Oh, that's good.
I think the big advice is kind of a little bit non-traditional.
All right, and we're out. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
What I think I would have to give, I would have to say to people, young musicians trying to get to the music thing, be ready to like what you do, and be ready to like working hard. Because the more you like working hard, pushing yourself, and spending long hours in the studio, the more you're going to want to keep on doing it. And I think that's, for me, has been the huge thing. I mean, people hate setting up, tear down, whatever. I like it because if you like what you do, you don't get sick of it.
It's all part of the process.
Absolutely.
You got to love it from beginning to end.
And I would also say that, like what you guys are saying too, stick with it. But seek information. Seek something that's going to make you better at your craft. Seek stuff that's going to make you sound better, like how to make your drums sound better, how to make keyboards, vocals, anything. Seek the information and you will find. Seek what you need to learn and you will become better.
Where are these kids coming from? Where'd you make them? I mean, when you made them, did you go fast or slow? How did you do it? I mean, is there a certain position? Something you ate before, a dinner? Is it asparagus? Come on. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's spinach. It's spinach,
It's
just like
spinach,
Popeye.
like Popeye. Well, this is a wonderful experience. I want to tell you, I'm really proud of you guys. You guys did a great job. You're every bit as good out there as 90% of the bands out there, and I can only be excited to see where you're going to go. So, listen, you guys, take some pictures of us, and I want you to send them to us. Let's hear it.
Thank
What's
you
the name of the
very
band?
much.
Gravity of Youth.
What is it?
Yeah, we are the
Gravity of Youth. You guys need a shorter
I
name.
know what it is. It's
Just call it Youth. You guys take care. Thank you so much for tuning in and paying attention to us. Watch out for these kids. They're amazing. Love you all. Peace out. Be good to one another. Heather and I are out of here.